So I went and he told me you cannot manage even 2 weeks. And true to his words, I didn't go for more than 2 weeks.
Hi guys, and welcome back today to Dole Podcast, podcast where conversations take place, real people talk, and restoration and growth begins. So today we are talking about addiction, stigma, and road to redemption. I'm Auntie Maggie, and we have a special guest here. Karibu,
Asante.
Introduce yourself.
Thank you so much, Auntie Maggie, and all the people who are watching the Duo podcast. I am Reverend Stephen Mwangi Chege. I'm born again. I'm a priest in the Anglican Church of Kenya, currently in the Diocese of Kenya Central, popularly known as Moranga. That is where I come from. And apart from being a priest, I'm also a recovering alcoholic. And I know many people, when they hear a priest say that he's a recovering alcoholic, it brainstorms them to ask themselves, how now can a priest say that he's recovering? Apart from being a recovering alcoholic, I give hope on people who are in recovery. I'm a trained addiction counselor, and my main aim and what I've been doing most is creating awareness on that area.
Yes.
I'm also married. I have a wife, Monica, and we are blessed with 2 children.
With 2 children.
Yeah, so one of the things is that even as I present myself here as a priest, I know I have a history of my journey, but more importantly, what I want to tell our viewers is that I have a testimony that even as I'm walking, I'm a walking miracle and a proof that recovery is possible, and especially on addiction. And my main aim is to come and give hope. And addiction is not a crime. It's not supposed to, it's not a punishment. And I've come to say that people do recover.
Yeah. So, Reverend, I'm glad you said that addiction is not a crime. Many of us, when you look at an alcoholic lying there, people really make very negative comments and, Now, I wanted to ask, what's the difference between recovering alcoholic and recovered alcoholic? Why are you not saying you're a recovered alcoholic?
Well, thank you so much, Auntie Maggie. That's a question that even many of the people in the church whom we serve with and whom have gone through the process of giving me an opportunity back to the church that we have always worked and fought with when I say that I'm recovering. But one of the things is that addiction being a disease, and personally owning it up, that is something that is in me. I have a daily responsibility to keep on working a day at a time. It's only like the born again people like you and me that we say every day that we are born again. We have never said that now we are completely born again. It's a daily assignment that we do to keep our relationship in salvation. Also, addiction is a daily assignment. You can never say that you are recovered. You need to keep yourself on your toes, and especially on a daily reference. We people who we are in recovery, we live a day at a time. So there is no time that I can say I'm recovered. When I say I'm recovered, I will be out of my sense, and it's something that is in me. It's something that I should keep working on every day, every day. That is why I say, for my life that is remaining that God will give me, I'll forever live a recovering alcoholic.
So I'm imagining it's work in progress.
Yeah.
And if you say you've recovered, then you might relax and actually go back to drinking again.
That is it.
Guys,
that is
we're
it.
learning.
Even the Christians keep giving their testimony every day. Every day.
Because you can relapse, or you can, what is it?
You can get, you can get to your comfort zone and you see as if you are already in heaven and you are in earth. So you keep to work,
It's a journey.
It's a journey that you need to keep working on. So also recovery is a journey.
So Stephen, tell us about your story.
Okay, one is that I'm born from a Christian family in the areas of Kagema in central Kenya. I was born by a father and a mother, and I'm the firstborn in my family. We are two of us, and since I was born, I grew up and I was taken to church. I had a very great desire and passion to be a priest. Since I was a young boy and I could see the Anglican priests who were serving in my church, I really admired them. And so I grew up in church, in Sunday school, in brigade, transited every stage of the church. And even everybody in the village, even in the church, I used to say that I desire to be a priest. And even when I was in primary school and I could do so good in my studies, I remember one of the prize giving that the head teacher asked, what would you like to become? And I said, I want to be a vicar. And he was like,
how old were you by then?
By that time I was young. Here I was in class 8. I was around 12. And I could clearly say I want to be a vicar.
Reverend, you know, a lot of the other guys at that time, you say, what do you want to become? I want to be a pilot, especially boys. I want to be an engineer.
Yeah. And
But you
surprisingly, being the number one in the class, and
Yes.
the head teacher hears you want to be a vicar. And at that time, priests were people of low profile because, you know, the church had not grown, and everybody could see as if I've made the wrong choice. And
Yes,
even
what's
when
wrong with this boy?
even when I transited to high school, I still went with the same passion. And at Form 2, I was the Christian Union chair.
Okay.
But one of the challenges that I had in my family is that despite having that desire, nobody was so much connected with the church. It's only my mother, because she's the one who took us to church. But my own father was an alcoholic. I never saw my father going to church, but I remember 2 times that I saw him coming to church, and actually he came drunk. He came during my baptism. That one I was a bit young, but I can see in the pictures that he came. But during my confirmation, he came.
But you were drunk?
But he was still drunk. He was a civil servant.
Yes.
Working with Kenya Army. But I grew up in an environment where I saw him drunk most of the times. Very rarely I saw him sober since I was young. But accidentally, by God's design, when I joined Form 1, he died immediately because of alcohol-related issues. He never went to hospital, but he just collapsed. But he died because of alcohol-related issues. And we just see...
that was very sad, because
that was
maybe
very sad.
he needed help.
Yeah. That was very sad.
Help.
He died. He was buried. And there is one notion in the society, when a person dies because maybe of something like alcohol, nobody would like to talk about that. When a thief is killed, nobody would like to say that he was shot stealing. You know, that's the society that we are in at that time, because currently I've seen things change. But he died, and that was all. We navigated, and I navigated in my high school life, and through the support of my mother now as a single mother. And after Form 4, I finished Form 4 when I was not exactly 18 years. I was around 17 years. I
You're quite young,
trained in some accounts before I attained the age of 18. And to the age of 19, that is when God opened an opportunity, and one of the church elders heard there was an opportunity. The diocese was employing evangelists, and he thought of me. And when I was called upon to apply for the evangelism post, I didn't hesitate.
So Mwangi, by then you are not gone to school of theology.
I had not gone to school of theology.
That means you had qualities of an evangelism.
Yeah, he just identified that I had the qualities of an evangelist, and so I applied. And at the age of 19, God, by His design, gave me an opportunity to be an evangelist in our diocese.
So you were formally employed?
Yeah,
And a
as a
salary,
full-time evangelist. Not more of a salary.
Yeah.
We got so retro, just stamped just to keep us. But I felt I was in the right place. And now that's when my journey began, and I was so passionate as an evangelist because I felt now I'm in the ground that I desired. God continued opening doors for me. We did an evangelism training, and after finishing that training the same year, in a very miraculous way, God opened a door for me to do a diploma in theology at St. Paul's University.
The one in Lemuru.
The one in Lemuru. And it was very miraculous because my initial admission is a person whom I don't know who supported me. Because when I applied, we never had finances. But one of the parish that I was serving, and I was serving an old lady, the day I was going to pick the admission letter, we were going for a fellowship to an old grandmother's place, and the sons had come. So when they heard that we are having a fellowship, they waited for us. So I came a bit late, and the fellowship was in progress. And the priest whom I was under with, I mentioned that I was late because I had gone to pick a letter to start my theological training. Wow. And one of the sons took it to the heart and asked me, when are you going to join now? I told him August. This year I did an extramural program. So I started still in the ministry. And in the fix of August coming, and I never had finances, at one day when I was praying on a Saturday, joining the school on Monday, I saw an M-Pesa. And I thought it was a temptation. I thought it was a temptation because when you are so desperate, the devil wants also to bring confusion. So I thought it's somebody who has sent money by mistake. Yes. And that when I called the number, he told me he's the son to the woman. Yes. He remembers that I was to join school and I needed 35,000, and he had sent part of the money that could allow me to join, and I miraculously joined school. That was God. And I saw confirmed. That was an affirmation that God had opened. You're in the right place. I went through the college. Yeah. God helped finances, more than 400,000. And immediately I was done with my college, with my diploma. I enrolled for my bachelor in divinity, still at St. Paul's. And when I enrolled at my bachelor in divinity, and I started the program, still I was transiting from one parish to another because we are given transfers maybe after a while. That is when I started having a challenge. When I transited now to the divinity, I had a challenge now. Okay. And, peer influence is something that is all out. And when we talk about peer influence, we term it as something that is meant for the young people. Yeah, but we only think it's only Gen Zs. People think it's only Gen Zs and it's only teenagers. But even when you are people, every group of people who are having a common similarity and they are working, will influence each other. They will influence each other. So it's during that time I got influenced through friends whom were also born again like me, who are serving like me. Okay. And I tasted alcohol for the first time. And that's where my journey with alcohol started. I had lived to hate alcohol because it killed my father. It killed your father. But this time now, due to peer influence, I now tasted it in that transition. Now, and it started now. That's where my journey started. What would be the scenario? You're together, then you're taking your soda like you used to. Then your friend is, then they say, yeah, okay. Just describe what happened is that one of the friends, actually it was one person, we were with him. We were parting short after work. And in his car, he had already bought a Coca-Cola soda and done some shopping. Yes. I never knew that he had also bought some alcohol. Some whiskey or something. At that time, I couldn't be able to distinguish between whiskey, vodka, Makali. I couldn't be able to distinguish. but he had some alcohol. It was a Richot.
Richot, yeah.
Yeah. So before we parted short, he told me that, you know me, I drink something, and you know, he started drinking
In the car?
In the car.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's when he asked me, will you taste? And out of the allegiance and peer influence, that's when I tasted alcohol. And now I didn't take too much, but now the following day, I never knew that he was an alcoholic. Now the following day and the following time, now he bought it and we started drinking. And I could have a lot of resistance with my body, and especially vomiting in the early stages. And also he introduced me to friends and buddies who are drinking. And it became like now I am used to it.
So you started drinking from there on?
From there on.
Yeah.
And after some time, we were separated and I went to another parish. But the habit of drinking didn't stop. Now I started doing it myself in private.
Okay, so it started initially tasting, and then now you started craving.
It started in tasting. We went now to regular drinking. Then now when I went to another parish, and now we were not close with the friends, I now started buying alcohol, the spirits. You know, now I had known that they are bought in the wines and spirits.
Yes.
I had known the brads, and especially the cheap one. And I started now drinking in the house alone. And that
By
habit,
that time you were not married.
By that time I was not married. And that habit, the way the English people say that a habit turns out to be a disease. That habit
became a disease.
And I didn't know that it had graduated to be a disease.
Okay.
Until later in the time that I came to understand that.
So in the next 5 minutes before we take a break, tell us about that journey of that disease and how it affected you, pastor. Because you're a pastor. I mean, hey, an evangelist.
But pastors are also human.
Yes.
And we'll come to that.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. So, that's when now, after some time, I finished my degree in St. Paul and graduated by the mercies of God, because I can say it was the mercies of God. Struggling now that you have become a regular, a person who drinks at night alone.
Yes.
And you are expected to do some ministry duties, and also you do some assignments. There is exams waiting for you. But by the grace of God, I was able to manage. And that is when now I went to the next stage of life, marriage. And I had one lady whom we became friends. And that friendship graduated to that we could start a family. She's Monica. And I respect her so much. One of the funniest thing, Auntie Maggie, that will surprise you, is that during our courtship and our time together with Monica, she never knew that I was drinking.
Did you meet her in college or in church?
She was in college at that time, but also in her church where she comes from. She was a cheerleader. That one I never knew. I came to know later. But we met just the way people meet, and we started with friendship, and she was in Bomet at that time. She was taking her studies there. She was almost finishing. So we married. And also at that time, they opened an opportunity in my diocese that there were chances of ordination. And in our church, we start with being made a deacon. Then you start now the process of ordination. So I applied, and I also was preparing for the wedding. And now, by God's grace, because I would say it was God's grace, I had a lot of fear because of doing this, of this sacred sin that I was doing in private.
Where you
and it really disturbed me so much. And Auntie Maggie, let me tell you, one of the challenge that I had is that I personally felt it was a challenge, but I never had anybody to share with. And I had a lot of fear. You know, now my mother is a single mother. It's very hard for an evangelist to go to share with a Christian that I'm having an issue with drinking. Now pray with me. or even to colleagues is very hard.
So when you were buying this drink and drinking alone, it reached a point you realized you were not able to control yourself.
Yeah. I realized I have a problem.
And you couldn't stop.
I couldn't be able to stop.
Did you want to stop by then?
I wanted to stop. I went for prayers and I really believed. But even the more I prayed, the more the cravings could still come. At times I even bought alcohol. I poured it in the toilet. And immediately I did that. And then after some minutes, the cravings are running after me. And I will go and buy another one and drink. I had one challenge. I kept asking myself, whom do I share with? Because you cannot share with, I feared sharing with colleagues. I feared sharing with even friends. Because at that time I read one story of 3 pastors who went to a room and they said, they came from the same village. They said, let's be very sincere and say the challenge that one is going through so that we can pray
for each other,
and be able to work as servants of God. They were pastors from different churches. And one pastor said, my issue is immorality.
Okay.
That is the big challenge that I fight in secret. And it's the thing that makes me feel that is a thorn in the flesh. The other pastor said, my issue is church finances. You know what the third pastor said? My challenge is gossip. And I'm now aching. I'm asking myself, wow, when will we get out of this house? I go and say your challenges. I go and say your challenges. So I also feared you may share with a person with a challenge of gossip. So I fought that secret battle in secret. It was a big pain.
So at
times I could drink even when I'm crying.
So there was a time at church, there was nobody you could even in your own church go to for help.
It was hard for me to open up.
This is a gap that we want to address,
it was hard for me to open up.
Yes.
I felt it as a challenge for me to open up.
Okay.
So when we did the interview, I was still in fear. Do these people have ever suspected that I drink or not? But by the mercies of God, God confirmed my childhood desire. I passed the interview.
Yes.
Also, it was very miraculous. I was ordained on a Friday and my wedding was on a Saturday.
So you are being ordained
on a Friday.
2 ceremonies.
2 ceremonies.
Yes.
And all this I could ask God. Now, God, you are showing up for me. But I ask you this one thing. Why don't you remove this thorn on the flesh for me? Now, Monica came in my life. She was working in Nairobi at Mweki in a hospital in that area. So we settled in Nairobi and I was serving in Murang'a in a parish called Wedaga. So I could commute. But in my commuting, he now realized that I had a challenge. That one, in the morning, I had the withdrawals.
Who is it who realized this?
Monica.
Oh, your wife. And that's when
you know, now I have been living alone.
Yes.
Nobody knows what I go through at night. Nobody knows how I woke up in the morning. Now she is there. I have another accountability partner.
Yes.
Now she sees that at night I come very jovial and she thinks that, you know, I'm a jovial person.
Yes.
Aunt Maggie. So she thinks that it's the ordinary jovial mood. But in the morning she started realizing I cannot be able to take breakfast. At some point now she started seeing that I'm having some tremors. And at this point, I now confidently felt I should tell her the truth.
Yeah.
I couldn't have told her the truth during our courtship. You know, when you in courtship, when you talk so much truth, things might backfire.
No, you know, in courtship, you are giving your best.
Yeah, you are giving your best.
You want to attract your partner.
Yeah. You are giving your best. And you know also marriage is the only institution you are given a certificate before you go to school.
Yes.
Now I thought, is my high chance now to tell her the truth.
The truth.
And I told her, you know what, Monica, I have been having a challenge. Initially, she knew that I'm hypertensive.
Oh, okay.
I had alcohol-induced hypertension. So she knew that I was taking medication for
high blood pressure.
So I told her, my challenge, even the high blood pressure, she had even taken me to a physician. And you know, even the physician couldn't ask me whether I drink alcohol because I'm a priest. So she thought...
You don't, because the physician feels he'll offend you.
Yeah,
Are you telling a pastor? Yes.
She thought it's just an ordinary hypertension.
Yeah.
And I told Monica, I'm having a challenge. And that is why you are seeing my morning responding like this. And my challenge is in drinking alcohol. It was a big shock for her.
So,
but I thank God.
Reverend, in the next 2 minutes, tell us how she responded, and then you're going to tell us in the next part of the your journey.
Yeah, I thank God that she took it positive.
Okay.
She introduced me to a psychiatrist. At that time now, she had come to Moranga General Hospital. I was introduced to the psychiatrist. The psychiatrist recommended that I be admitted to a private hospital, maybe for management of hypertension. And the psychiatrist now kept on coming every day at 1 p.m.
Management of the hypertension or the alcohol?
He knows is alcohol.
It's alcohol, okay.
But, you know, you cannot be admitted because of alcohol in her. So he came for the management, and we kept it so private. The church didn't know what I was going through. They thought it was a normal admission. And I think it was actually during the COVID time, people could not visit you in hospital.
Yes.
So when the doctor came, every time he kept asking me, and what do you do? And I couldn't disclose to the psychiatrist.
You did not tell him you're a pastor?
I didn't. I couldn't. So after 1.5 weeks on my discharge, he called me outside the ward. We went to a balcony, and he told me, now, Stephen, if you want help, you better tell me what you do.
Open up. Yes.
And because I was seriously in need of help, one of the challenges I could not be able to eat. So I had now regained, my body was now stable. Now I was able to eat, and I thought I had overcome. But I told the psychiatrist, I'm a priest in this cathedral you see here. He told me, that's all that you have hidden for that long?
Wow.
That's not a big issue. But now the most shocking issue, Auntie Maggie, is that he told me, one of the challenges that I have found is that according to your family genogram, you cannot be able to heal without a rehabilitation. So he mentioned the word rehabilitation to me now, and he told me, we will just write a letter to the bishop, you go for rehabilitation. And I felt this psychiatrist now is confusing.
So hold on, we have a short break because this story is interesting. The doctor knows you're a priest.
Now knows that I'm a priest?
Yes. So, and then now you needed rehabilitation.
He tells me
so we are back again. Yeah. Don't miss the second part. See you.
Mickey Mike
Auntie Maggie. Ndani ya moyo wangu nakumbuka wewe ni nani. Uliniona tangu mwanzo ukaniita karibu nawe. Welcome back, guys. So, Reverend, tell us about the rehab. The doctor tells you.
So the doctor tells me about the rehab, and I'm like, this guy does not know that I'm a I'm a priest. And there is a power in prayer.
Yes.
He's now introducing rehabilitation. So I went, and he told me you cannot manage even 2 weeks. And true to his words, I didn't go for more than 2 weeks. I went back to alcohol.
You went back for rehab?
No.
You went for...
Now I'm discharged from the hospital.
Oh, okay.
But
Yes.
he tells me, without going for rehabilitation,
Okay.
you cannot be able to manage your sobriety according to what I have found in your family genogram.
Yes.
But myself, I thought as a Christian, I have overcome because we have prayed. God have given an opportunity. My body is well. But I never understood what he said by family genogram.
Yes.
Genetic implications. I didn't understand. So after 2 weeks, he had given me 2 weeks. Actually, one didn't end. I went back to my drinking.
You relapsed.
I relapsed back to drinking, and true to his word. In my drinking, I continued. I was serving in the cathedral as the youth pastor, and God opened an opportunity for now the second ordination to priesthood, and I applied. And by God's mercy, I went through still with
By
some
then,
challenges.
did they know you were drinking?
They never knew because that question never came up in the panel.
Yes.
We go for chaplaincy in our churches for us to be ordained, and we go as a group. And still it was a confirmation that God carried me through my childhood desire. And after that, I didn't stay for long. Now, the bishop realized I had a challenge because I could have real tremors. And that's when
Would he see these tremors?
Yeah. He could see.
He would see
That's
them.
when he wrote to me a letter and told me that he have found that I have alcohol related issues, and he have suspended me from the full-time ministry.
So how did he
And
discover that? Just the tremors alone? Or
I didn't know how he came to discover.
Or did he?
But he told me, I have discovered that you are having challenges with alcoholism, and I've suspended you from the pastoral ministry, and I've given you an opportunity to write back to me how you would like me to help you.
Oh, that was good.
That was a fatherly letter.
That's fatherly.
But now at this time, I was so fixed, and I felt is not a challenge. You know, one of the things that happens in such issues like addiction, you start having a lot of denial. I couldn't believe losing ministry and being sincere. You know, in addiction, we have a lot of character defects.
Yes.
And so I told my wife, we are going to respond, but I'm not going to tell the bishop directly that I drink. And we are going to take the letter, not to give to the secretary. We are going to see him on Monday. The letter was given on a Saturday, and I was supposed to respond by Monday. So my wife told me, no, we are now going to tell him the truth because he have given you an opportunity to tell the truth. But I told her, you will not talk when we go there. I will talk myself. I was in a lot of denial, Aunt Maggie.
Yes.
So, but when we took the letter, the bishop said, I never wanted to see you. He told the secretary, just drop the letter and go. And in the letter, I had not clearly written that I drink. So this time, after some time, I went and I was called into the chaplaincy. When they asked me about my drinking, I admitted.
This time you admitted?
Now this time I have been called for the chaplaincy. It's a disciplinary committee.
Oh, okay.
They have called me and I have admitted that I've been drinking now.
Okay.
And I was able to convince them that the power of God could deliver me to drinking because I've prayed for drunkard, I've prayed for people. And it's like in a way they believed in me. But it was during the Christmas time. But
which year is this now?
That is around 2021.
Yes.
So, and I continued drinking after the panel. And after some time now, the bishop told me that I have recommended you for rehabilitation, and I've assigned 2 clergy to be responsible for that. One was the clergy who was a best man in our wedding.
Yes.
And another one was a senior clergy who is an archdeacon. And I think he knew that we were afraid, so he's a person who could be able to help me. And immediately he wrote that, I admitted going to a rehabilitation. And they looked for a rehabilitation that was far at Nakuru. And when I was taken there, one of the challenge was they agreed that we are not going to disclose whom I am because my self-esteem could go. So even on the admission, when they were asked, what does he do? They looked at each other and they said, he's a teacher.
Okay, Reverend, I want to first of all commend your church because I love the way they handled you. They acknowledge the issue of confidentiality, and also they had background. They had actually background information to know you had a problem, and they were treating it positively.
Yeah.
I think that was good.
So I went through the program very faithfully, and I had my one-on-one therapist.
Yes.
And I never disclosed to this person that I'm a priest, the counselor. I never disclosed to him that I'm a priest. I never had, you see now, what was there's a process in a rehab,
Yes.
because there is the personal therapy, there is the family therapy, and there is the exit plan.
Yes.
So for me now, I was only telling him I'm working. So there was no even exit plan. There was no preparation of your work environment. And so when I finished the program,
yes,
I came back.
Before you even go there, what was your biggest fear of disclosing that you are a priest?
One, I had also been fixated, like the colleagues who had taken me, that my self-esteem would go. It was a big rehab, and there were so many people. I want to say maybe the challenge was I was still in denial.
You were in denial?
I was still in denial. Because, denial is what gives those reservations.
And being a priest, you think, contributed to the denial being even more?
Yeah.
Being a priest. Supposing you are just a lawyer or a...
There were lawyers.
Yeah.
There were doctors. There were every sort of people. There were policemen. There were big senior...
and they were open.
They were very open.
And you?
There was even one lawyer from Moranga who was there, and he was very open. But for me now, I felt being a priest, how
will people say?
You see, I was still in denial. That went on. I came back home. I stayed 1 month sober. I went to the bishop. He told me that now you need to write a letter to reapply for ministry so that you can go still through the panel because there is a process.
Yes.
But I never knew there was a process. I thought that now because the church had goodwill for me, for coming to rehabilitation, I'll come. And immediately the day I go back, I will be assigned another parish and continue. Things changed. My bishop even went out of the country for some time. So, out of my reservations, I relapsed. And now this time, Daktari...
you relapsed within that 1 month or?
I stayed 3 months.
3 months. Okay.
I relapsed due to anger with a conflict with my wife. And my relapse now came with other storms because it came even to the extent of hitting rock bottom. It came to the extent even of my wife taking a break from me, leaving me, going with our young son, because now things became so worse.
What were you doing? What was happening that took you to rock bottom?
I could drink all through. I couldn't take a shower.
No shower.
I could go and take 2-3 days drinking. If my wife could keep her purse wrong, I would pass with some cash and go and drink. She's working. And I think she also got exhausted because of the pressure of the tassels. You see, we have a young son, and the husband is always drinking. And maybe because of the sympathy of the people that were close to me, some people could give me money. And now, this time, I don't drink the liquor that you can think. I could drink anything that could taste alcohol.
Alcohol.
Even the one for 20 bob, 30 bob.
I've
You
had
know,
people even drink spirit, you know, your hospitality.
to
The
that
one
extent,
they go to
to that
ethanol.
extent, Auntie Maggie, anything that could keep my body in the state of alcoholism. And actually, I think that was just to remove the picture of what I'm going through. And one of the challenge that I got is that after I got out of rehab that time, I was going to town, and one of the persons said, we had the bishop took one of the clergy to the rehabilitation. Is he out? And the shopkeeper who was saying that, he had been told that by a clergy.
Another clergy.
Yeah.
So gossipers.
I started feeling, so people know that I was in a rehabilitation. And there is a very wrong perception in the society about a rehabilitation. People think that is a place for mad people. People think that is a place for people who are reckless. But it's a hospital. It's a mental wellness hospital.
It's a wellness.
It's a wellness center.
Yeah.
And it's a place that I have enjoyed most. And actually, most of my times I like even spending time in a rehab.
So you enjoyed
I enjoyed that one. But now, come this time, my wife have gone. Now, I'm almost becoming a chokora in town. The same town I was preaching. I'm loitering there from one club to another.
Yeah.
Drunk.
You're a pastor. You are now literally on the street like a chokora.
Yeah. One of the friends came and met me one evening and saw me and asked me, is it you, Reverend Shege? He took me in his car and coincidentally he was a priest I served under in my first posting.
Yes.
He was like a father to me.
So he met you?
In the streets. He took me to a hotel and told me to eat. I could not be able to eat because I was terribly in that of alcohol. I could actually tell him, the easiest thing is you give me 100 rather than buying 100
shillings,
food.
which you now buy a drink.
Yeah, so that the drink can now open the rock so that I can be able to eat. And he became sympathetic and he took me to his house. I remember it was not an easy thing. The next morning he told me, now I'll take you somewhere, you take 2 weeks, at least you refresh and retreat. Little did I know the place that he was taking me was another rehab.
A different one now from the one.
Now he took me to a rehab. And when he took me to a rehab, on the admission now, he told the admin of the rehab, this person you see is a fellow clergy.
So telling the truth and being honest.
And I think that is where my healing started. This is a fellow clergy. And the admin could look at how dirty I was, how thin I was.
The street,
And I think even I was smelling. He couldn't see the clergy in me.
You were not bathing, you were sleeping out.
I had taken 2 weeks without water. You know, addiction also comes with a lack of personal hygiene.
Yeah, because sometimes you lie on the road. I've seen them lying on the road.
Yeah. You see now, that is where my healing started, Auntie Maggie, to cut the long story short.
Yeah.
And in that rehab now is where I was able to understand. The admin took me now to the understanding of my condition. And he told me now, the same psychiatrist that I had met the first time, who told me about the rehabilitation, was the psychiatrist, the visiting psychiatrist to that rehab.
So that was a blessing.
So we met.
Yes.
And the psychiatrist told me, I told you, Mchungaji, you couldn't go for long. Now see, this time, remember, I don't even have a wife.
Because she had left you.
Yeah.
She was frustrated.
Yeah, she had taken a break because she cannot be able to carry the work load, the family load, the child load, and the stress of this husband, you know. So we met with the psychiatrist and he told me now, this is a disease and you need now to know, even as a priest, you need to change your lifestyle. The admin made it to the counselor, who was my one-on-one counselor, just brought it to a very contemporary issue to my understanding. He told me now, when you are here, like the Christians, the way they get born again, they give a testimony, you are coming into a program of recovery that you need to perceive in your heart and perceive it with truth and honesty. You know, Christians, at times you are not honest, like yourself. You are drinking and you are also saying that you are born again. You are doing some things in hiding. Now, in this program, you need to be very sincere and honest. And like the Christians have the 10 commandments, we have the 12 steps in this program that will guide you. And when you follow these 12 steps, they will guide you and you'll be able to navigate, they will empower you, and you'll be able to live a responsible recovery life. And there are things you must differentiate. Now, to the extent the church have worked with you, they might not take you back as a priest.
Yes.
Your family might not come back. Now you need to think about the person you.
So, Reverend, you are at rock bottom.
I was at rock bottom at this time.
Yeah. Now, you know, we have about 5 minutes. So, but I see us getting on to part 2 podcast session because I would love to hear what you're doing. But just, so how did you go through the
I
rehab?
went through the rehab and that is when now, after that time, I felt so good. It was a big rehab and now even the other colleagues knowing that I'm a priest,
yes,
they could keep on joking. And that is when I understood priests are humans. And, you know, is when now I came to understand I was not bewitched. I came to understand now the genetic implications from my father. I checked on my family genogram, even on the side of my mother. I checked on the side of my father. We have lost people. Even actually when I was in rehab, I lost a cousin because of alcohol. And I came to understand that I'm a carrier of a chronic illness that I need to understand. And the only thing that may help me is the change of lifestyle. And that is where my change and my beginning of healing started. This time, I now came out of rehab. I hustled. I started now doing addiction counseling. And I started living a clean life. And it's through that clean life that attracted my family back, that attracted my ministry back. And it's through that clean life that I have been able to build a ministry of giving hope, of breaking the stigma in the society, and especially about addiction, and creating that awareness. And even that ministry, I've been able to author a book that is entitled From Change to Change. And I've been able to see God doing so many things in my life.
So Reverend, you've gone now to 2 rehabs, and this second rehab now, you have been quite equipped, you have been strong.
Yeah.
And what is the strongest support system, or who would you attribute this support to? And what?
At this time, in this rehab,
yes,
I was made to understand one thing. Now, at rock bottom, everybody have given up on you.
Everybody.
You know, at rock bottom, everybody have given up on you.
Yes.
Even the family members, my mother. At this time, I was now told to look on the person myself and my higher power.
And that is God.
The higher power that I trust in is God.
God.
And that is the
Amen.
program that we take in recovery. Because we tell people you need to reconnect yourself with your higher power. Because your higher power is the only power that may be able to help you recorrect your character defects.
You cannot manage on your own.
You cannot.
On your
And that actually is in the step. I cannot be able to manage on my own.
For the next 3 minutes, just tell us now what you are doing now. You went back, you're still a priest.
Yeah.
But what are you doing in this field of
I went
addiction?
back to church, and I thank God for that, and I thank my father bishop for giving me a second chance.
Yes.
I'm a priest, and one of the things that I do is that I give hope to people that recovery is possible.
Within the church now?
Within the church.
Okay.
I have tried to talk to the people around me in my parish. I've talked to the young people in the diocese, even in the region. I've got an opportunity to do sensitization. Just because of in the church.
And outside the church.
And even outside the church. Just because of accepting myself. taking it positive to share and breaking the stigma. And I've seen a lot of positive response, and I've seen people come out and also be ready to change. So I have also trained as an addiction counselor, now professionally, to be able to help people professionally. I've registered even with the Counseling and Psychologist Board, and
Good.
I do impact the society and encourage families with people suffering, maybe spouses, like my wife walked with
Your
me.
wife went through a tough
Yeah,
time. I hope it's in your book.
Is in my book.
Yes.
Children of people going through alcoholism. And most of all, I try to talk to those people in the trenches, those people who are fighting addiction. And maybe if you would allow me in 1 minute,
Yes.
there is one verse that was an awakening verse for me
Yes.
in my journey of recovery, and I have quoted it in my book.
In your book. And you're going to show us your book.
Yeah. John chapter 11 and verse 22, when Lazarus was dead.
Yeah.
And, at time hitting rock bottom, it's like you are dead.
Yes.
But when Jesus came, one of the sisters' mother said that even now, and he had stayed in the tomb for 3 days.
Yes.
Mother said, even now, I know God will give you whatever you ask. That was what Mother said to Jesus.
Yes.
He had that belief of even now.
Even
in the
now.
condition of smelling, in the condition of staying in the womb,
3 days.
he had that even now.
Yes.
That is the climax that I want to say. That it became an awakening call. That there is no situation that God cannot restore you from. Even to the condition of death. You see, Lazarus woke up, and I have witnessed personally that wherever you are, provided you are breathing, doctors who are in hospital, they work with patients who are breathing, trying to resuscitate them because they know there is life. If God have given you an opportunity to be alive, even if you are in the trenches, even if your daughter, your son is so highly addicted and he is alive, believe that even now,
you can
the power of God is at work.
It's at work.
And that child, that husband, that you who is watching us, you can be transformed. You need to accept yourself. You need to seek help. And you need to believe in God.
I think that's already a parting shot you're giving.
Yeah.
Guys, you're hearing that very important message. Do you have any last parting shot on top of that as you show us your...
My parting shot is to say that the church and the community have a big responsibility. One, to show love to the people who are in addiction. My parting shot is to say that addiction is not a moral failure. It's a disease. If you cannot be able to help that addict, don't call him huyo mlevi, huyu mlevi. Me, I always say a slogan, walevi ni watu na ni wetu. They are people and they are ours.
Watu na ni wetu.
Na ni wetu.
Yeah,
if you cannot be able to help, if you cannot be able to help an addict, stop gossiping about them. Stop talking about them. Stop laughing about them. The person you are having it, maybe the person who helped your daughter, but instead pray for them if you cannot be able to help them. They are fighting a battle that is hard for them. Many of the addicts, they desire to get out of addiction. They try their best, but they are fighting with a power beyond their strength.
And your wife is back with you and supporting?
Yeah. My wife is back with me, supporting. We have even added another child now in recovery. And we thank God. And I have seen the fruits of recovery work in a very big way. This book is a product of the fruit of recovery, from chains to change. I just wrote it as a journey of redemption and hope, to be an encouragement to people, to carry my story, because I cannot be able to exhaust it on sharing. And it was launched by my bishop.
How much is it?
Maybe 500 a copy.
Shillings, yes.
It was launched by my bishop. He also have written a message on it about his experience on my journey. And I am so grateful. And it's also a book that is miraculously written.
And it's available where?
Personally, it's available only through me.
Okay, so you will give your contact. Yeah.
Yeah. It's only
yes.
available through me. And I thank God for this. It's a testament of what He can do. I'm also doing a master's in counseling psychology. So
Wow.
I'm advancing because out of my mess, God created a message. Out of the tests
Out of the mess
that I
there's a
went
message.
through,
Yeah.
God created a testimony.
Yes.
And I believe of it all, He wanted to create a ministry that have been neglected. The ministry of people who are in the trenches have been neglected. Nobody can
true.
choose to be an addict. Yes, we choose to take the first drink, but we never chose to be addicts.
Addicts. Yes.
We found ourselves
There.
being addicts. Nobody enters even to marriage planning for exit. But things do happen. People are fighting so many things. People are in trenches. But this morning I want to say there is still a power that can restore you.
Amen.
There is still a power that can redeem you. And God's power is at work. You just need to speak out. We are having a lot of issues because you see currently many of the clergy are going through mental issues.
Yes.
And you know, even if in the Bible the issue of mental wellness is not mentioned, you can see one of the senior servants in the Bible, like Elijah.
Yes.
He went through a mental issue. He was in depression that was almost suicidal.
Yes.
So people need to speak out.
Yes.
Don't die when you have the opportunity to speak out.
Yes.
We are coming out. We are speaking out so that others who may be fighting other issues may also come out, speak out. You don't have to die for the church. Christ died for the church.
Yes.
So come out, fight for your life is more important
Yeah.
than anything else. I'm so grateful and
So,
God bless you.
Thank you so much,
Duo
Reverend.
podcast.
That was very powerful. Thank you. We've learned a lot. Your number, in case somebody needs to get in touch with you for help,
Okay.
they can contact you. There's a number you'll give us.
My number is
Plus, we will write it down. You put on the screen. It's already
0707
yes
374 370.
And also my contact. I'm also a mental health specialist, and anyone who needs help, you can also contact Auntie Maggie, and I can link you also to our Reverend. So we want to thank you so much for such a wonderful, wonderful sharing.
Thank you.
And for those of you who have enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe, share, and let's come again together in the next podcast. Ciao.
Thank
Bye.
you.